What's going on there, YouTube? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the DC Direct Arkham City Robin figure. This is the Tim Drake version of Robin, which he was portrayed in the Arkham City video game. And if you haven't checked out or have not played Arkham City, I would highly suggest, if you are a comic book fan or a Batman fan, to check that game out. It's I'm actually still playing it, and it's 2 years old, and it's such a great game. There's tons of extras with the DLC packs and everything. There's the actual storyline for just Robin called Harley's Revenge, and it's a added bonus storyline with and you get to play as Robin, as you see here, or you can play as Red Robin if you defeat the game on a normal level. I believe if you beat it on a normal level, you get to unlock the added skins for Red Robin. I believe it's regular Robin here, the animated Robin, and animated Nightwing, and the Arkham City Nightwing, which is he's never actually shown in the game, which is kind of confusing. But nonetheless, still a great figure here. I've had him for a very long time. I had him, believe as soon as he came out, my local comic book store had him, and I scooped him up because I really liked the way his look was. I liked the hood. A lot of people don't like his look. I really do. He's not the most articulated action figure because he's based off the DC Direct version of him. There was another version of him in a 2-pack, I believe, with the Joker, and he used more of DC Universe Classics articulation, and that one's still pretty available. This is the more rare figure, I believe. He goes for upwards of $50 to $60 now. Sometimes I've seen him for going around $40, $45, but he usually sticks around the $50 to $60 area on secondary markets. But he does have a great look to him. His only display piece was he came with a black stand, which is in I don't have here right now, but he also came with this pretty basic black staff here. It's just a black piece of plastic, nothing too crazy there. There's no buttons on the side to show that it's collapsible, which it is in the video game. It would have been nice to give him 2 staffs. One staff just regular like this, and then another staff with his shield opened up, or just an attachment to this to show that his shield would pop out just like the video game. That would have been a really nice bonus that they could have added instead of a display stand, because those display stands are actually very small. They're just circular, and they actually don't fit both feet on there, which is so that's just something I'd like to see as a little added bonus. But he does have a great look to him. You can I know it's kind of tough to see him right now because of my crappy lighting here, but you can push his he is bald underneath this hood, so if you try to take this hood off, he doesn't have hair sculpted, so he's just going to be a bald-headed Tim Drake. So I don't recommend taking that hood off. He does have a good look to him. Like I said, he's not the most articulated figure out there, but he still has some articulation, which I'll go through right now. His head moves left and right, does do a swivel. No movement up and down. Kind of just jiggles a little bit, and I don't think it's actually supposed to do that, so I wouldn't do that. So left and right does do a full 360. His arm moves forward like this. It's a little hindered because of the cape here draping over his shoulders. It does go back a little bit. If you force it, he'll go about that far back, but it does go out about that far. He does have a bicep swivel, a single jointed elbow, which doesn't really have a great range of motion. It actually hyperextends more than goes up, which is kind of odd, but it does have a wrist rotation. And arm goes down. No waist articulation at all. His legs go forward and back They do not go out. He has a boot swivel and a single jointed knee, and that's pretty much all you're getting out of him. So he's basically a statuesque figure. He looks really well set up next to your basic DC Direct Arkham City Batman, which I will, if I can get his staff back in there. Holy cow, that's tight. Let me go grab Batman real quick. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Here is the Arkham City Batman. Next to Robin here. And he is in pretty good scale with him. So there you go. You know, Tim Drake's supposed to be shorter. Yeah, really like this look. He's very well detailed. He does look really nice. There's a lot of nice detailing on the belt there, as you can see. The R on his chest looks really nice. I like the armor look. Some people don't. I'm not a big fan of this situation going on here, but you know, it's whatever. I mean, it's not like a make or break situation. It didn't make me not want to get the figure, but I just don't think he needs these pieces of armor on his boots. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But his gauntlets look nice. They do not have any blades sticking out like Batman does. And that's pretty much what you're getting. His there we go. His cape is kind of short, you know, representing that he's Robin, and he's not. He doesn't really. Robins really don't have a long cape unless you're going off of the comic book version. But in this version, he does not have a long cape. So there you go. And yeah. He does look good next to Batman here. Or should I put, now I'll put him in front for a change, you know. Batman can sit in the back, he's taller. Like, get out of my way, Batman. It's my turn to have the spotlight. But yeah, his face sculpt does look really nice. It's just too bad that they didn't sculpt the hair on there. It looks a little odd sometimes if you pull the hood up, or if you can see into the hood. He doesn't even have hair on the sides, so he just looks kind of like a bald guy in there. But you can, I mean, nothing too crazy. You can't really tell that much. So there's the face sculpt. Let me get in there. There you go. And yeah, he's a solid figure. Like I said, he's kind of pricey now, so if you do find him, you can probably find the 2-pack with Joker maybe a little bit cheaper, but that figure goes for a pretty penny too. So, you know, just keep your eyes open. If I had to rate this guy, I'd probably rate him at a I give him a 7.5 just because of the big lack of articulation, but no, I'll give him an 8. I'll stick with an 8 with him. I think he's a solid figure. If you're into the Arkham City line like I am, I love this line. It looks great. Really doing a really good job on this line. I'm glad that they're going to keep doing it. Hopefully we get a Black Mask figure soon. I'm big Black Mask fan, but I digress. And so let me know what you guys think, if you like Robin here, and because I do. And rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side.